The sorrow and shame about their former colleague has been expressed, but the beat has to go on for the Met Police. Today, new guidance has been issued to those left horrified by the details we learned this week.
If somebody doesn't feel safe and they're not comfortable in the environment and they're dealing with a police officer, then ask them some questions. Where are you from? Why have you stopped me? Where are your colleagues? And that way they can start to feel safe.
But in London and beyond, the full extent of how Sarah Everard was let down by police is being absorbed.
It's terrifying, to be honest. As a young woman, it is extremely terrifying and upsetting. And no, I don't really feel safe. And I do feel like, what's the solution? I don't know.
They're the people who are meant to protect us, right? And you always feel like if you're in a dangerous situation, you want to find a police officer to seek refuge with. But obviously, this whole case with Sarah, it's kind of muddied the waters as to where we can go to be safe at night.
I don't think that they make anyone safer. I think where there's power, there's going to be abuse of power and violence. And it's about time people realise that the police aren't exempt from that.
New guidance from Britain's biggest police force says plainclothes officers will no longer be deployed alone. But if someone is stopped by an officer and is concerned about their legitimacy, the force suggests they ask to hear their radio operator, or even wave down a bus to get attention. A former Met Chief Superintendent told me deploying non-uniform officers in pairs will build trust but make the job harder.
I was surprised when it was adopted as official advice because there are going to be resource implications and there are going to be implications for the good police officers who are doing their daily job, and they're going to be questioned, and it's going to take longer. It's going to take longer to deal with everyday situations. But at the same time, most police officers will understand.
Do you know Sarah? I don't know.
It's guidance prompted by the horrifying actions of PC Wayne Couzens, seen here being arrested. But Labour says offering advice to women is a profound failure by police.
I think the issue is how the police need to change, not how women need to change. And what we need is an independent inquiry that gets to the heart of how such a dangerous man could serve as a police officer.
We now know certain colleagues nicknamed him the rapist. Couzens is off our streets, but questions persist about whether he could have been stopped.
Julian's at Scotland Yard for us now. And Julian, there are still questions for the Metropolitan Police over Wayne Couzens' past conduct.
Claudia Liza, 5 serving police officers being investigated for allegedly sharing a WhatsApp group with Couzens. Messages said to be discriminatory, possibly an inappropriate nature. This is according to the Independent Office for Police Conduct. May have featured misogynistic content as well. 3 of those serving officers are from the Met Police, so potentially more embarrassment for them. But the fallout continues from this case. This evening, condemnation of the police commissioner for North Yorkshire. Here's Philip Allett. Now, in an interview, he said Sarah Everard should never had, quote, submitted to that fake arrest. Women need to be, quote, streetwise, he said. Scotland's First Minister Nicola Sturgeon has tonight said that those comments are appalling.
OK, Julian from Scotland Yard, thank you.